Okay, so now let's look at problem 4b. 4b has a little bit of a change. What happens is that 3 of the guardians are lazy instead of being honest. So what the lazy ones do is the lazy ones randomly choose one of the sibling guardians and then telepathically ask them how they would answer the question. So let's think about what can happen here. What can happen is that you get a lazy guardian, and then maybe from that you get to another lazy guardian, maybe to another lazy guardian. But eventually, after all these possible hops telepathic hops, you're going to come to either a honest or malicious or a begone guardian. There's going to be some amount of hops, and then you're going to come to an honest, a malicious, or a begone guardian. That one will give an answer. That answer, whatever it is, will be the received answer. And this is if you start with the lazy one. This is what can happen. If you start and you get an honest one, you get an honest answer. If you start and you get a malicious one, you get a malicious answer. If you start with a begone one, you get a begone answer. So that's the problem. Well, if we get honest, malicious, or begone right at the beginning, then what happens? Well, then we have a 1/3 chance of getting a malicious one. Why? Because there's a total of 9 of these. And there's 3 malicious ones. So that's if you get one of these to start with. Now, if you get one of these others to start with, when you're randomly drawn, then what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you'll keep telepathically going possibly many times randomly to one of the other lazy ones, but at some point you're definitely going to end up asking an honest, malicious, or begone. And are you going to be biased towards honest ones, malicious ones, or begone ones? No. It's going to be unbiased. The same 9 of these are the ones that are going to be telepathically reached. So from here, straight from the intuition, you say, well, there's a 1/3 chance if you start with one of these. There's a 1/3 chance if you start with one of these. So overall, the answer must be 1/3. So that's the answer. Now, how do you justify this answer? You justify this answer a couple of ways. One way is you say, let A be the event, that we start by choosing a non-lazy guardian, then probability of malicious equals 9 out of 12, which is the probability of A, times the probability of malicious given A, plus 1/4, which is the probability of getting a lazy one, times the probability of M given A complement, meaning you start with one of the lazy ones. Well, this is equal to 3/9 for sure, and this is also equal to 3/9 because after some lazies you eventually end up going in here. So the answer becomes 1/4 plus 1/4 times 1/3, which is equal to 1/3.